You know, as a motorcycle rider, there's a whole lot of stuff that can happen on two wheels. What you gotta decide for yourself is it worth it? Oh shit! Wow! Also, if you're new here and or you are not a subscriber, I'm halfclickup. Welcome to the channel. Just real quick, a little bit about myself. I'm in my 4th year of riding motorcycles, and what you saw in that intro was the closest call I've ever had. And if you'd like to witness that terrible situation, that horrible near miss in all of its glory, you should go ahead and go up here and consider watching that synopsis all the way through before you comment or, you know, interject your opinion, just to get the full story and the full picture here as to how this topic relates to me, and perhaps how this topic relates to you if you are a motorcycle rider. Now, as we get into this, understand that this is totally subjectively based, guys. It all depends on your personal circumstance, your personal opinions, and just how important motorcycle riding is to you, whether it be for purposes of a hobby or for a lifestyle, or both. So let's begin with me telling you a little bit about myself. I am a 39-year-old motorcycle rider. Again, I'm in my 4th year of riding. So, you know, I'm coming up on basically middle age, and I'm a relatively new rider, right? Just 4 years. But in that short 4 years, obviously I've seen a whole lot of stuff. I got 2 series you should check out. One's called Dallas Ridiculousness, and the other is called Wackos in Waco. They're both based on 2 locations that I have or am currently living. And it's compilations of all the crazy stuff I've seen and come across and experienced. And so with that being said, as I give you my opinions, understand that it's not based on any falsehoods or preconceived notions that's sort of based on inexperience, because it's not that at all, right? I am married. My wife and I have been married for just about a decade, and I have 4 kids. I've got 3 boys and a brand new baby girl. And so for me to tell you that I don't have any concerns about my personal safety when it comes to riding this machine, I would be fooling both myself and you, right? There are, for example, here we are at an intersection. Just look at this environment, folks. We have a 4-way stop. Sure, it's controlled by a light, but that doesn't mean anything. Anything can happen right here, right now. I can get taken out by anyone right here. Stranger things have happened, yeah? Heck, there can be a freaking multi-core accident right here, right in front of us right now. That's the thing about it though, man. A lot of this stuff has to do with timing, and the longer you ride, the more you understand that you actually have some element of control over where you find yourself, especially when it comes to riding in a dynamic traffic environment. Little tricks and tips, right? My personal preference is to never ride inside traffic or with traffic. I'm always riding through traffic. Now, the game of risk and reward varies greatly from rider to rider, as I said earlier. It all depends on circumstance. You have single people, you have married people, you have people that have kids, you have people that are married with kids. That latter being, of course, again, myself. Now, what is motorcycle riding to me? Well, it's a hobby, it's a passion, as it should be. And if it's not at least a passion in your life, then you might be fooling yourself. Are you taking risk for nothing? Now look at myself. Am I a hypocrite? I have a wife and 4 kids. Do the risks outweigh any potential rewards? Do the risks outweigh any potential passion? And do the risks outweigh the value of this hobby? And honestly, the thing about it is I don't have a solid answer for you. So please don't turn off the vlog, right? Just bear with me. I don't have a solid answer for you because every day things change. Every day I encounter new craziness here on the road on 2 wheels. But I can tell you this. For me, I personally feel like I take every precaution I possibly can riding on 2 wheels as I do when I'm riding in a cage. Yes, the environment, the dynamics are different. Going from a cage to 2 wheels, of course, right? Everywhere from protection to the way the vehicle responds, the inputs. But what I'm talking about is, okay, so I drive a 1-ton dually truck as a cage, and when I'm on 2 wheels, while I'm not in a 1-ton cage, I am geared up to the most practical extent possible, guys. I'm a huge proponent of that. All the gear, all the time. I'm always wearing a helmet, I'm always wearing riding gloves, I'm always wearing a riding jacket, and I'm always wearing riding boots. I'm always completely armored up. And so with that being said, again, I feel as though I do everything practically possible to give myself the biggest advantage for the occasion when stuff goes wrong. And as a motorcycle rider, you best believe it will go wrong. You know, some folks might say that being married with several children and choosing to commute daily on a motorcycle, I'm a selfish person. And you know what? You are entitled to that opinion, if that indeed is your opinion. I am of the personal belief that it is not my place to judge who rides or drives what, as long as you like what you got and you enjoy yourself, right? Now, I might give Harley riders a little bit of crap here and there, but hey, you know, that's between you and your real bike. Now, you know, look, folks, it goes without saying that yes, of course, I constantly reevaluate myself, and I think about my kids a lot, I think about my wife a lot. I'll tell you what, I say my prayers every morning, and trust me when I realize the true gravity of what it would mean to go down. And again, that's why I am at GAT, just for one. That's why I constantly hone my skills. I constantly hone my skills on this machine. I don't ever take anything for granted. You can't, right? You can't take anything for granted on this thing, just because all these people are everywhere, and I'm telling you, all these people do not see me. And if you think these people see you, that's the very moment you get nailed. Now for me, I got bitten by the bug fairly early. Not as early as many, but for me, I guess I was like 11 years old, maybe 12. Was visiting my dad out in Cali, and he had a Suzuki Intruder. And he put me on the back of that thing as a small child, put a helmet on my head, and off we went down I-5 to San Diego. And I'll tell you something, man, on the back of that motorcycle, it was a mixture of being terrified and exhilarated all at the same time, and it never left me. It never left me. And if you ride, you know what I'm talking about. And as we go along in this vlog, yes, my conversation with you is justifying my my passion and desire to ride. This is always going to stick with me. I say that now, and I'll continue to say it until circumstances change otherwise, right? But my dad's buddy had a frickin' Suzuki Katana, man. You know, the old big body katanas? And my dad was like, yeah, Brad's bike, man, it's fast. His bike's fast. Of course, you know, this day and age, you and I both know, if you know anything about sport bikes, that Katana was a turd. But for me, man, this guy had like chameleon paint and ghost flames and skulls painted on it and stuff. I mean, I was just like, wow, I want to ride something like that. And of course, here we are on a sport bike. And it's always going to be sport bikes for me. But guys, I am super curious about your opinions on this. Drop a comment down below, guys. What's your brief history? Are you married, single, have kids, no kids? How long you been riding? What's your thoughts? If you ride, obviously you'll say, oh, it's absolutely worth it. But at the same time, if you ride, you also get it, right? So guys, if you enjoyed the content, enjoyed the topic, I know it's kind of a serious, you know, almost a morbid kind of topic, all things considered, but if you enjoyed it, go ahead, please smash the like button, share the video, interject your opinion down below. Again, please leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, guys, this has been me, and that, well, that's been you. This is Half Click Up. I am out of here. Peace, and again,